Good morning guys, welcome back to another video and welcome to Cambodia. Welcome to Siem Reap, welcome to Temple City. We are here today for the most important thing and the reason most people come to Siem Reap, and that is to visit the Angkor Temple. Most importantly today, Angkor Wat. We're looking for an ATM that works. There are a lot in Siem Reap, but we need to get our money out to pay our driver and to pay for the entrance fee.
Just got our money out. One thing to remember is that the money that they use out here is US dollars. So when you pull your money out, you're going to get dollars back. So it does make it hard to know what the exchange rate is. And they do give you change back in their own currency, which makes it even more confusing. But what we've got to do now is we've got to pay our driver. It's $15 for the day and he'll take us to all of the temples, and we're going to go and meet him now.
We actually got our driver through our hotel, but you can get any in town. There's lots of tuk-tuks, minivans, anything that's willing to take you around. Look to pay anything between $15 to $25, depending on how many temples you want to see and whether you want a professional guide or someone just to drop you off at each temple. So we are in our tuk-tuk. The first stop you'll have to go to is the ticket office. As you have to get your ticket from the right ticket office, you can't buy it from anywhere in town. So we're at the ticket office. It's actually on the way to Angkor Wat. It's not at the temples itself, it's just outside. It's $37 each for the day, and as you can see, it is very empty at the moment, so we will tell you more about our little trick of how we're making it so empty and less touristy in a little bit.
And we've got our ticket, so you get your little picture taken, and you have to keep this on you at all times. They do fine you if you don't have it. As you can see, there's sunlight, so most people go to Angkor Wat to watch the sun rise. We didn't want to do that. We have heard that it's too busy. You can't really get a picture, you can't really watch it. Also, you can never really guarantee the weather, but being that it's so busy, you get pushed out the way, elbowed, whatnot, so we did not want to do that. So we decided to come around 11 o'clock. As you can see, the ticket office is empty, so we're hoping that Angkor Wat's going to be empty.
And we've made it about a 10-minute drive from the ticketing office. We are here at Angkor Wat. It's a bit of a weird entrance. You come on this like inflatable plastic bridge. You're like bouncing along over the lake, which is odd, a bit different. A lot of tour guides coming up to you trying to sell you, like to take you around and stuff like that. So be prepared to say no. Because a lot of it's on Google and it's nice to just explore it yourself.
Exactly.
We're through onto the main walk towards Angkor Wat now. It must be a good 100-200 meters along up to here. And the good news is, it's not very busy. Our trick definitely worked. If you want to miss the crowds, miss sunrise, come just after that, maybe like between 9 and 10. And it'll be so much less busy, especially when it's a little bit cloudy like that today. You're not going to get a great sunrise anyway, and you're going to get bruises trying to get that photo. But if you want to go, go. This is the biggest religious monument in the world, the biggest temple in the world. It's the most visited temple in the world, with over 2 million people visiting it every year, so you can see why you get them bruises in the morning. This here and here is where everyone gathers in the morning to get the photo of the sunrise as it reflects off here, off the lake in front. They do say that if you do come for it, to pick the one with the less lily pads, because you get the best reflection of the temple on the lake here.
Dress code at Angkor Wat, as there is with most temples. So for us ladies, we do have to have our shoulders and our legs covered, and for the men you have to have your knees covered. Matt's had to pull his shorts down. He doesn't really have long shorts, but this was first a Hindu temple, and it then sort of changed and was a Buddhist temple. So there is going to be a mixture of Hinduism and Buddhism throughout the temple. And Cambodia uses the Angkor Wat on their flag. Only 2 countries in the world that use a monument on their flag, so Cambodia and Afghanistan. So that just shows how proud they are of it. and it is pretty spectacular. So let's go inside. Here that you could just walk around, get lost, and there'd be no one else around. Like right now, we are just in this like little cube, and there is no one but me and him.
As you walk round, you'll see that a lot of the statues have actually had their heads removed, and this was because during a political dispute, people came here during the night and removed the heads of all the statues. We're on our way back down. I've got to watch my step. It's cool up there, the views are incredible, but in terms of like architecture and stuff like that, I'd say it's a lot better down the bottom. There's quite a lot of stuff being restored up there, so yeah, head up there to check out the views, but in terms of architecture and stuff like that, definitely down the bottom. So we're going to try and explore a little bit more around the grounds. Go on, you can do it. Couple more. That bottle of water's coming in handy.
Just walking out into the gardens now, and once again we're all alone. Have a look at this. There's no one around. It honestly is breathtaking. It's on such a huge scale. It's massive, and you just can't believe that it was even bigger than this, because obviously some bits have come off over the years. Obviously it is like, how many years old now? Yeah, 1,000 years old.
What, 30 years to build?
It's impressive.
We're just walking past all the carvings here. There's a lot of carvings in here as it is, but this bit here, it is so impressive. You think this was all hand carved, and the huge scale of it. I just can't believe they've done this nearly 1,000 years ago. It doesn't make any sense at all. And we are leaving Angkor Wat. That was incredible. Definitely lived up to its reputation. You could spend all day there. We were there for about 2 hours walking around, but there is so much to see. I'm not sure of the actual size. I've looked at things online and there seem to be like contrasting reports. But I personally would definitely recommend missing sunrise unless you're like a professional photographer or the weather is guaranteed. It is not always worth it. We've come at this time and it's been so empty. We've had bits to ourselves. We've been so pleased we made the right decision. We're now going to head back to our driver and he's going to take us to the next temple. We were going to go straight to Ta Prohm, but we have stopped off at the Banyan temple on the way. I'm not going to lie, we don't know too much about it because we weren't going to stop here, and our fact finding on Google didn't last this long, but I do know that it was built in the late 12th century and it is very, very impressive. All around the temple, there seems to be these Buddha faces protruding out of the pillars, and there must be like 20 or 30 all the way around. Don't you think he suits them better than me?
So we are leaving Banyan Temple. It's actually very busy in there. Feels a lot more touristy than Angkor Wat, but I suppose Angkor Wat is huge, so the tourists are spread out. That's a lot smaller, so you're very compact. But we're going to go to Ta Prohm now. It's so hot, very hot, so you definitely have a very good workout when you come to all of these temples.
So we have made it to Taprom Temple. To get here, you've actually sort of got to walk through the jungle, which is a pretty cool experience. But this temple has become possibly the second most famous after Angkor Wat now, due to the film Tomb Raider being filmed here in 2006 with Angelina Jolie starring in the film. But it's crazy, it's really cool. Like you see behind me, the trees are sort of just growing out of the temple. It's all in one, and it literally looks like Temple Run. Like how it isn't as perfect as Angkor Wat, as it's had all the restoration. It's still pretty raw. Like I said, you've got the trees just growing out of it. You really feel like you're in the middle of the jungle. So this bit behind me here, where the tree grows over the entrance, was actually the center point of the movie, and you get a long queue of people trying to get the photo pretending to be Lara Croft.
And we are back.
We absolutely loved it. We cannot recommend enough to miss sunrise.
Definitely.
Unless the weather is guaranteed, and if you're a professional, if you want to get that photo, you're not a professional cameraman, there's no point. You're going to get barged, you're going to get pushed. We literally had Angkor Wat more or less to ourselves. If we walked around, it was our favourite. Weren't too keen on the second of the temples. We really liked Taprom, the Lara Croft temple, because it was raw.
Yes, it was so
really
raw. You can see where they've conserved some of it, where they've put metal prods up, but it's still literally as if it's about to
It's
fall.
not as clean. Angkor Wat needs.
Angkor Wat's been completely restored. Taprom hasn't, and I think we really enjoyed that because it literally just made you feel like you were back in that time.
Definitely.
It's crazy.
We loved it, but we are now on the famous Pub Street enjoying a 50-cent draft anchor. They do this everywhere along here.
We are thinking of doing a Siam Reap night guide because there is so much to do at night.
There is a lot. All in this small square.
Yeah, like
night
all in one
markets,
place.
arts and crafts markets, bars, clubs, restaurants, and it's not sleazy at all.
No.
And that's something we want to show you. But we're going to dig into these now, but we loved it. We're loving Cambodia. So if you're new to the channel, there's going to be a lot more Cambodia vlogs. So hit that subscribe, drop us a like.
And keep on jumping.